Hello kids, the weather is amazing. Monsoon season. We all enjoy this season. We love to play with our friends and siblings. Yes, we enjoy a lot. But what is the one thing that annoys us during this season? Can you tell me?
In India, there is a big problem of destruction of roads during monsoon season due to heavy raining. The roads experience severe failure like cracking, potholes, drainage problems, etc. There are impacts also on road transport system. Accident is the major problem due to wet surface and widening of potholes. Do you also feel, students, that during rainy season destruction occurs on road? It is municipal corporations' duty to repair roads. Our government always wants our safety and welfare.
So, students, in this chapter, we will study about the government, the legislative assemblies, state government, local government, and many more things. Okay? Which helps to form a better nation.
Standard 7, Chapter 9, Administration of the State. We have already learned that the administration of our country functions at three levels: local level, state level, and central level. In the previous year, we have learned about the working of local self-government institutions. In this chapter, we shall learn about how the administration functions at the state level in a democracy. Let us briefly understand about local, state, and central level. India has 29 states. There is only one central level government which operates from Delhi, the capital of India. The central government takes care of all the state governments and the union territories. The central government operates the entire country. The terms union government, central government, and Bharat Sarkar are often used officially and unofficially to refer to the government of India. Before moving ahead, let me tell you that this chapter is going to give you immense knowledge about the government of our country. And we should all know how it works. We are going to cover topics such as what are the functions of the state government, what are the roles of ministers and members of the legislative assembly, how do people put forward their questions and ideas to the government, how do they ask for the fulfillment of their demands. Let us now understand all the points. The Legislative Assembly is the place where all the MLAs belonging to both the ruling party and the opposition assemble for discussions. Many MLAs have dual responsibilities as an MLA and as a minister. Students, what do you see in this picture? This is Legislative Assembly of Gujarat. And where is it located? In Gandhinagar, our capital city. The Legislative Assembly meets in the Vithalbhai Patel Vidhan Sabha Grah. This Legislative Assembly of Gujarat has 182 seats. The Legislative Assembly members are known as MLA or Member of Legislative Assembly. Full form of MLA is Member of Legislative Assembly, and If you have to write down the definition of MLA, you will write the Legislative Assembly members are known as MLA. MLAs are directly elected by the people. After being elected from their constituency, they become the MLAs and form the government. Thus, we can conclude that MLAs are the representatives of the people. So I am sure that you have now understood what is the meaning of MLA. Here, constituency means the district and the residents of a district who elect a legislator or an official. Find out about the MLA of your area. Find out her mail ID or address. Make a list of the problems of your area and write a letter to the MLA informing her about it. Students, come on, write down. All the states of India have a legislative assembly. Each state is divided into different constituencies. From each constituency, one representative is elected by the people. The number of seats in the legislative assembly differs from the state to state and is decided on the basis of population. Elections are held every 5 years. You have seen your parents voting after every 5 years. What do you think, students? Why are the number of seats in the Legislative Assembly different from state to state? Look at this image. What do you see? Madhya Pradesh is larger than Jharkhand. Now, similarly, population of Madhya Pradesh is much more than Jharkhand. So, this is obvious that according to the population, the seats differ from state to state. Candidates can either represent a particular party or stand for election as an independent candidate. Thus, the MLAs can belong to different parties. Let us now understand this with the help of an example. All the names are imaginary. Mr. A is in Saksham Party from past so many years. From 1995, he is trying his best, but he fails every time. Now, he is experienced, so he decided to stand independently. Mr. A is now an independent candidate and will stand for elections as independently. He named his party as A's Forward Dal. Let us learn about how a minister or the chief minister is selected from among the MLAs. The party which has the largest number of MLAs or gains a majority with support of other parties and or independent candidates form the government. This is very important paragraph, students. The governor appoints the leader of the majority party as the chief minister. She is invited to form the council of ministers. The party that forms the government is known as the ruling party. This is very important, students. While the other party forms the opposition. Governor means a person who controls a state. A chief minister is an elected head of government of each state. I want all of you to keep on writing these new word meanings. We live in Gujarat and our state politics are dominated by two parties. Which are they? The Indian National Congress INC and Bharatiya Janata Party BJP. Right now, the ruling party is Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. After elections, the governor appoints the chief minister and the council of ministers, who will be collectively responsible for the administration of the state and the functioning of the various ministries. Each ministry is housed in different office premises. Now, do you feel, students, that the power and responsibilities of the governor are more as compared to others? Sometimes the ruling party is not formed by any one party alone, but with the support of other parties and or independent candidates. Let us understand this properly. For example, there is a party. I have named it as Nayak Party. It has 120 seats. To win, it needs to have 160 seats in total. Here I have kept other parties as X, Y and Z. X is having 40 seats, Y with 50 and Z with 30 seats. Nayak Party can approach any other party and join hands with them to become the ruling party. If X will join hands with Nayak, then Nayak will win and become the ruling party. And if Y and Z equally decides to give the seats to Nayak, then also Nayak will win with 160 seats. Come on, I'm going to give you some work now. To which party does the MLA of your area belong? Presently, which is the ruling party in the state? I hope all of you know this answer. How many members are required to form the government? Mention the work done by the MLA of your area with the grant sanctioned by the government. Search the answers for these questions and write it down in your notebook. Let me tell you works of MLA so that it is easy for you to search your answers. MLA removes corruption, money laundering, exploitation of poor people. Look at these children. We don't want them to work like this. Also, they remove racism on basis of caste or religion in their area.
I'm sure all of you know who is Mr. Vijay Rupani. Yes, in our next session, we will study about the Chief Minister and the Governor. Okay? I hope, students, you have got great knowledge in today's session. We will further study more in our next session.
Thank you, students. Bye-bye.